I would say that that's worked out pretty well for everybody involved.
$700 start?
620.
Negreanu's turn to get dealt pocket eights. Will it work out as well for him against Ali as it did for Coleman?
Time will tell as Imshirovich defends and outflops the eights on the ace-queen-5 board. Both players have a spade working, advantage Imshirovich in that department. $40K C-bet from Daniel. Ali will flat.
Check.
Second flush draw on the turn and a second check from Imshirovich. And we saw Daniel go 3 streets against Coleman with the deuces. Will he get aggressive here against Ali? No. Pumps the brakes. And looks up at a third overcard to those eights. And that's a bad one too, Maria, because in the event that Imshirovich was in there with some sort of Broadway combo, the 10 could have easily paired.
Yeah, this is definitely the kind of run out that won't really cost Negreanu too much more, especially when you have Imshirovich just leading for the min here. Talk about priced in.
You hate to get milked, though.
Ooh, but you hate to open yourself up to a raise as well, which looks like what Daniel's cutting out there.
Yeah, and that King Jack is certainly in his range.
He folded anyway.
260. It's 260.
Nice work. Negreanu turning the eights into a bluff.
Definitely.
Imshirovich with that instant sense of regret that he came with the bet.
Especially of that size, just one that Negreanu very well targeted.
And when the pace of play is as measured as it is here, those 40 minutes tend to go by a lot quicker than you might want them to in terms of hands played. Now Imshirovich, who sits in 4th, has 2 red 10s. Pay jump between 5th and 4th. A not at all negligible $70,000 as 122.5 is 5th place money and 192.5 is 4th.
Ooh.
And my goodness, what a time to pick up aces for Negreanu, who is currently in 2nd. And obviously, Maria, he also wants to make sure he doesn't do anything silly here. But with aces, should he be
all in?
Ready and able? He should indeed. He decides to move it all in. And Imshirovich, you see him with just too much hand to let it go. Makes the call.
520.
He said 520. Oh, geez.
Tells Negreanu
4.
how much he has.
No. I think I could win with aces.
Clearly
I
a
think Ali
cooler
has
off
at least
with
40% equity here.
40?
stacks.
Yeah.
Aces are supposed to win most of the time.
40% is most of the time.
Yeah. So yeah.
Now it's good? Okay.
I think it's 100% here.
Okay. I'm down for that.
Well, this is certainly not how Imshirovich scripted things. Coming in as the chip leader, now he's in trouble with the 2 10s and things looking even more grim.
Backdoors.
On the paired flop. No straight or flush backdoor draws available. It's just 2 outs twice. Not there on the turn, and barring a 10 on the river, the PokerGO Cup overall champion will still be undecided. With Imshirovich finishing in 5th.
How pure can this kid run?
We'll find out. The river is an
Good
ace.
game.
Negreanu making top set
Couldn't even look at
and
it. I got
eliminating
him covered.
our first player of the
5-20.
afternoon, Imshirovich, with a very foreign feeling. The first bust out here and 122 grand. What a time to pick up kings here on the button. Just what the doctor ordered.
Raise.
And does not move all in. Leaves a little something behind. And again, we do this because in case we get 2 players moving all in behind us, we can assume that our hand is in disastrous shape and we may muck, but I don't think there's a world in which these kings ever end up in the muck, Maria, do you?
No, I mean, or you just wait for the potential pay jump, not necessarily thinking your hand isn't good, but just that someone will be eliminated in that pre-flop clash. But here, Negreanu, unfortunately, with the worst of it.
And that's the kind of flop that could spell trouble, as he's got the overpair and seems like he's going to be ready to get the rest of Sergey's chips in there, and whoopsie.
Good hand. So far, but I have so many back doors. Oh, all of them.
5 of diamonds.
That's the card. I think I'm going to win this one. I'm putting that out there, Ali style.
I'll be
He's
as
talking
honest
about
as
him,
Serge and say,
Shirovich.
I hope you do.
Oh,
I'm never putting that out there. I look up at this and I'm like, God, how much?
you're not a manifester?
No. Not on Oprah's book club.
Call it 2 8s. The internet.
didn't
The internet. Ah,
read the
call it
secret.
8s. The guy's got the nuts. What are you doing? Come on.
Oh, Russia getting a little bit of a laugh, although he won't be laughing now. Okay, so how's this manifest thing work, Maria? So you say
Step
you
one.
think you're going to win it. And
Step
then
2.
in comes the winner.
Exactly. Just, it's easy, 2 steps.
Sergey.
That's
Sorry,
it.
bud.
Didn't even feel appropriate to build up any suspense there as
GG.
a brutal beat for
Mr.
Rushak,
Boxing with
who
the ladder.
waited and waited, picked up the 2 kings, and ended up getting cooler.
Now with the spin.
Negreanu
All in.
and Coleman, and he wanted the field.
Call.
People told me
Huh.
not to do this, and I did it.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
They're like, don't do it with Queen 7 suited, buddy. Don't do it with Queen 7 suited. This time I'm going to win because I'm running hot now.
Yeah,
Wow.
but I think it's done.
No. I think
Temporarily, at least.
Clubs, flush.
Temporarily, at least.
Club flush or a queen.
We'll chop him up after this.
Club flush or a queen.
So lost in my
Ace, queen,
Yeah, is
or
it-
wallowing
Just don't
over
do
not
that with
having
Queen
taken
7
a
again.
prop bet was the moment that Negreanu decided from the small, Foxen's got to wake up with a whole lot of hand to call an all in. He gets it in there, and the ace-jack decides, let's go, and a club flush draw, as Negreanu predicted on this board.
I'm like 8-1 favorite now.
8 to 1.
I think so.
Something like that.
He is the equity favorite in this spot.
Might be 7.
15 outs twice. Here comes a turn.
Oh, wow. That
Good
changed
card.
things.
Now,
we're still gonna-
ace-jack
we're gonna
back
hit.
in front.
We're going to hit this one.
Could it be Negreanu's time? You said he was due. Took the worst of it up against the Kings and came out smiling. This time, yes, again, a 7 on the river.
Heads up with a legend.
Let's do it. I tweeted up like, oh, you're going to know who this kid is, and da-da-da, and then we play heads up. This is awesome.
Check.
Limps in. Daniel says run it with the 7-4.
Check.
Negreanu connecting with the flop, but Coleman with the 2 overs and some backdoor straight possibilities.
50.
With the action check to him, Coleman fires the minimum.
$150.
Negreanu electing to protect his top pair from exactly this type of hand. You know, most hands are going to have 2 overcards, a decent amount of equity. Don't necessarily want them to see the turn cheaply.
And that 3x raise does not shed Coleman, who makes the call and does not improve. Does have an open ender now, or two-way straight draw rather. Negreanu blocking the 4 he's looking for and picking up an open ender of his own, which is blocked by Coleman's 8. $250K now after the second check from Coleman. Rather, the lead, forgive me. Daniel check raising the flop.
Yeah, when Coleman continued on the flop against that raise, this is definitely one of the better cards he could have seen roll off, so not going to fold at this moment.
And not going to produce a winner at a showdown either, as the board pairs. Backdoor diamonds do show up, but Negreanu with trip 7s.
Almost $1 million in this pot.
Check.
When Daniel choosing to check could make Coleman think the door is open now. You don't expect trip 7s to check this river too often, right, Maria?
Yeah, and interesting because Coleman has the 8, so could represent 9-8. That's a very likely possibility that Coleman could have called the check raise with on the flop, turned the nut straight, and gives him an opportunity.
But the nut straight flats the 250 on the turn, looking for a third barrel on the end.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a pretty
850.
well protected hand. Here we go. Almost pot size. But
Oh, I didn't like that. Damn it.
And wow, you can tell this bet has put Daniel in the blender.
I have, fold, but doesn't feel good. All right, let's see. Could you have? I mean, what the hell? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's not a lot of fucking hands. Block that.
exactly.
850.
Yes, sir.
Here,
Use one of these things because crucial pot here. 5.
Obviously, if Daniel comes with a call,
I just don't think there's a world where I could throw this away.
give him credit for picking off another
feel good, does
850.
yeah, you hear him
Doesn't
talking
feel
about
like
it.
It's good. But the kid, he bounces, does the bluffity thing.
Exactly.
Sometimes the problem is what bluffs.
It's the sizing
I
that.
call.
Yeah.
You win.
Okay.
Yeah,
That bluff.
That was the hand. I was thinking 8-10, but I was like 8-9 no good, but 8-10.
My fan.
well done by Daniel.
Yeah, definitely now with this raise, there's potential just based on the stack sizes that this could get in there. I mean, it just depends on how high variance Coleman wants to play it, but certainly nobody would argue with 3s going in with about 20 bigs.
Let's not forget, though, that we're talking about $245,000
Absolutely.
in pay jump
There we
between
go.
second and first. And Coleman says all in.
Probably playing.
He is ready to spin the wheel here, and this would be effectively a $245,000 cash game pot where you're limp jamming with 2 3s.
Yeah, I think it's a good play though against a lot of hands. You obviously see now that you're going to be up against 2 overs if called, but if you don't get called, it's kind of a nice pickup with
1.4,
a small
1.5,
pair.
like 20 bigs or something like that. I call.
Oh, and Daniel makes the call and will take the 2 overs
Fair fight.
into battle.
He has the pair. I have the overs. The flip of the century. We need an ace or a jack. Where's Ali? I need his
I'm in the
voodoo.
booth.
Don't come over here, Ali. I don't need you.
I need some Ali magic. Just think thoughts of an ace and a jack.
Is it wrong that I'm sad that he was talking to the other one?
Yeah, a little. I wouldn't have assumed he was talking to you.
Well, he'll be talking to whoever he needs to hit an ace or a jack on this flop and put these threes in a
There's a
bad
jack.
way, and there is the jack-high flop.
Now, no 3.
How about a 4?
No 4. No, no, no.
Oh, 4 would be fair, wouldn't it? Coleman in a bad way here. Needs to hit this turn, and he does! The 3 of diamonds!
Guess what the turn card was?
Oh,
And I hit 3 jacks.
All
Oh
right.
my God.
the money was going in if I call. I feel better.
Yikes.
Negreanu was drawing dead on the turn, managed to hit 3 jacks, but
I haven't
3's
covered. How much
full
does he have?
for Coleman.
1.3,
And he's going to double
6.5, I
into the
believe.
chip lead. Couple of suited holdings. Queens up, no waiting for Daniel. Empty satchel of broken dreams for the 9-3 suited.
80.
$80K. Incinerated. Barring some straight outs or a pair on the turn, which do not materialize.
Check.
Ace of clubs draws a second check from Negreanu, and a check back this time from Coleman, who seems to be all done with it. Not a welcome sight for Daniel on the river here. A 4-liner showing up.
Yeah, but kept the pot small enough so far where obviously you're not really going to fold your queens and 4s. Does Coleman have the heart to try to win this pot?
And is it winnable? Is there a number that
450.
he can come with and
Swear that
an
run out, I
overbet?
feel like the run out, that run out is like the lock run out. When I have these hands, it's like every time goes 4 straight. 450?
Yes.
So stupid. Ace and a king.
The answer is
So you
no,
got
Ali,
a
for
jack or I
Daniel's holding. But certainly, of course, there's going to be
450.
weaker one-pair hands that probably hate this. I mean, Negreanu doesn't even like it, and he really shouldn't. But again, I mean, like I said, you keep the pot somewhat small, and you kind of feel like, yeah, if it's a situation of
So it
he either
came
has
in
it or don't.
Ace and a king, huh? Natural. What was that? Maybe that helped me get 450.
All you got to do is click call.
10 seconds.
Yeah,
Which he does.
you got 450.
And that 450 represents a very chunky part of Coleman's remaining stack, which is now down to under 10 big blinds for the first time in memory in this heads-up match, Maria.
Almost up to 20 bigs now. Almost back in that fighting range.
What's your cutoff for the
For-
all-in pre heads
Oh.
up?
5s. That's my cutoff.
Not hands.
I know, I
stack
know.
depth.
Yeah, like I would say that it's fine
Colin?
to shove 20 bigs pre as he does.
Coleman would tend to agree as he piles with these 5s, and now Negreanu with king 10. The kind of hand that you'd be a little bit more comfortable open raising and maybe calling the third scoop than calling it all off with.
You see Coleman earlier around this stack size limp shove the threes against Daniel's ace jack, and now just open shoves.
What's the bottom end of his range? Is there anything that King 10 is in front of?
I don't really think so. Like Queen Jack suited just feels a little too good. You know, I think you could
10 seconds.
raise instead
Probably
of
in
rip.
okay shape.
But Daniel is right about being
shape.
in okay shape in terms of all the small pairs.
Time extension.
I mean, what do you could have like ace something, pocket pair. Either way, I think I'm supposed to come with you. So, I call.
Call.
I'm a pair.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Good luck.
Thanks, you too. All right, flip it one time, king or a 10, and hold.
Flip it indeed.
75% of the chips.
King or a 10, baby.
Not just for
Queen
75%
Jack
of the
9,
chips.
that'll work too. Whole bunch of clubs.
But for potentially $245,000 in pay gap.
Just do it. Don't. There's too many years of this crap. I need one.
Negreanu
One
took the worst
time.
of it
High
twice
card,
and knocked
36,
people out
that's not
already
high
on
enough.
2 occasions,
I
and
need diamonds, 10 or a
10.
king.
not looking great here.
Diamonds, king, 10. Diamonds, king. I'm praying now. I think a 10. 10 is the one.
6
10.
outs for now
10,
for
10.
Daniel, and the turn
Diamond,
is a diamond.
10, king, diamond.
Lots
One of those
more
freaking things.
outs now.
Come on. Don't do this to me. Please. Just please. Please, Jing. Just please. Come on. Diamond, king, 10. Any one of those. I don't care which one.
I don't blame him for begging.
Make it a diamond, king, or a 10.
He's lost
diamond,
too many
king,
of
or a
these.
10.
Is it there?
10.
Yes!
Oh, wow.
I freaking won. Good game, buddy. Oh, my God.
He did it.
You too, man. You're awesome. I won. I came in first. Oh, my goodness. You
Well,
played great, bro.
congratulations.
Nice.
Yeah. Great week you had, too.
We'll take it. Good job.
Oh, my goodness.
Well earned.
To both,
Thanks, bud.
David Coleman
We're hanging out, right?
picks up $455,000 for the silver medal
I felt
finish.
like that's your range there when you jammed.
But the man of the moment is Kid Poker himself, the monkey off his back as he emerges victorious